And ladies and gentlemen, Miss Briagha McTavish,
Hello, everyone.
our official road rally expert. Why is she an expert? Because she's been going to the road rally for like 3 years. She started when she was 14 years old.
It's actually my 10th year this year.
There you go. I didn't want to give your age
I made
away.
you a copy too.
Oh, thank
so
you.
You're ready to go.
The road rally is 3.5 weeks away. And I'm going to talk about this first one, and then I'm going to let you grab the next one.
I have this for you if you want it.
Thank you. So we have posted that online. Go to taxi.com/rally with a small r. It will take you to the page with all the road rally stuff, and the first thing at the top of the page is the grand ballroom schedule. We have about 10 other things that are going to be posted, hopefully tonight.
Yeah.
They are done and ready to go. It's just a matter of me going back and forth with our web guy to get the stuff up tonight. So, Adam, if you're watching the show, you and I tonight, dude. Anyway, the ballroom schedule, new panel submission process. 3 out of the 4 panels. In the past, we've had problems. People put CDs in boxes, and we draw the CDs out of boxes randomly, and people complain, oh my goodness, you didn't play my CD, and are you really picking them randomly? And yes, we are. And CDs are so old-fashioned. There was a litany of complaints about CDs. So we have been using a web service called Disco to submit our music to the industry, because we used to package everything into these really large files and send them via YouSendIt or whatever, Hightail, whatever it's called this week. And the industry has moved away from that. So we started using Disco to send our stuff. And then one day I had a brainstorm. And the brainstorm was, we can build playlists in Disco. We can have the members submit via listings. Chuck's back from the men's room. Johnny Carson never got to say that. Anyway, we can have...
Here, do you want me? I can scooch in on Teensy more.
Okay, all 3 of us are in here. Kind of. Man,
You might
have to move this thing back
Yeah.
a lot. There we go.
I think there we
Okay,
go.
so... but notice I've got the microphone nice and close so it can hear everything. So anyway, this year, what we're doing is we're running 3 listings that I was supposed to get out today, but I did not. So they will go out tomorrow. They are road rally specific listings. If you are not coming to the road rally and you do not want your music played on panels, then don't submit to the listings. And what we're going to do is randomly have stuff played off of the playlist in the grand ballroom during the panel, and anything that doesn't get played will come back to Taxi World headquarters after the road rally. The screeners will go through it. They will find the stuff that's best of breed, and they will send that stuff, or we will send that stuff. The playlist of the curated material that didn't get played on the panel will then go to the panelists from that panel. So, yay!
Yeah.
It's a cool new system. I hope that it works well. I think it will. You don't need to know how to use Disco. All you have to do is just make a submission like you would make a normal taxi submission. But when we land on your piece of music in the ballroom and we call your name, and if you don't go, yo, I'm in here, we're not going to play your music. Because it got very tiresome in years past with people dropping like 5 CDs in the box to make sure they got picked. Not cool, not fair,
Yeah.
not even that much. And then we'd call out their name and they wouldn't be in the room.
Yeah,
So,
which isn't worth it for them anyway.
well, yeah, they want the people on the panel to hear it and go, that person's a genius. Bring them to me because I'm going to sign them. I'm going to put their music in this TV show. They're going to become famous all because they put 5 CDs in a box and didn't bother to come to the panel. So there you go. While Briagha covers the next subject, which is the one-to-one mentors, I'm going to go make the air conditioner a little warmer because I can see her rolling her sleeves.
Oh, I'm fine.
you're
Yeah,
not.
so...
Admit it. You're cold.
Yeah, so one thing that's really awesome about the Road Rally is that we always do one-to-one mentors. So if you're a taxi member, you get, it's 15 minutes, right? Yes. 15-minute session with the mentor of your choice. So that's, people always ask us, like, why do people line up before the rally? And why is there a big registration line and stuff like that? And the reason for that is because that way you can get your first pick on your one-to-one mentor. So I think we'll be announcing who those will be
tonight or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow
At
as
the
well,
latest.
too. So that means that you can start figuring out who your top choices are, which is good, because what always happens to the people that are, manning those signups is that people get up to the front. They've had all day. They've had weeks to decide who they want.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks, right.
And then they get up there and they're like,
Right, should I go with
I
this?
do this. Who should I pick? And then they're like, oh, because there's
Chuck
so many
did
people
mentoring
in
last
line.
year, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, for instance, if you want to sit down and play Chuck one of your tracks and say, Chuck, what could I be doing better? He would tell you.
Yeah.
I'm doing it on Friday this year, I think.
Okay.
There you go.
Awesome.
Chuck's doing it on Friday. But yeah, it'll say on those, like, when they're who's on what day and stuff like that. So you'll know that. One thing that we want to make really clear too is we're not doing CDs for the one-to-one mentors. So bring a way to play it on
your phone.
You could bring your computer in, your laptop.
Yeah, don't bring your desktop.
Don't bring a desktop though, please. Can you imagine?
Got to get it out of my backpack.
iPad, whatever you have it on, just make sure that you have it so that there's an aux cord. So obviously if you have one of those fancy new iPhones, bring your dongle with you so that way.
What's your language?
You can okay.
You're a nice young lady. Be proper.
Okay, well, that's what it's called. So yeah, make sure you bring
a dongle.
Unsaid thing with
I didn't
you.
even think about that because, we've got 30 mentors working. We can't have dongles with all of them.
No.
So you got to bring a dongle that goes from whatever that connector is that Apple's got. I don't know, because do I have an Apple phone? No, I got a Samsung.
Lightning.
A lightning connector that goes to
Lightning to dongle adapter.
To 1/8-inch mini.
Yeah, auxiliary.
Yeah.
So yeah, just make sure you bring that stuff but yeah, no CDs. So
That's
yeah,
a new one.
just remember that. Because it's just a mess and it's a lot to have all those boom boxes and they always go awry. So
I tripped one last year. I
You tripped
over
on one?
I tripped over a cord and went boom.
Oh.
Wow.
It was fine, but
Not good.
Sorry. Yeah, that's just a lawsuit waiting to happen. So this is why you have to bring
At anybody's
your
convention
phone.
but ours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you tell them about the music industry eat and greet? We renamed the mentor lunches because people were confusing that with the one-to-one mentors. So tell them, Bria.
Yeah, so the music industry eat and greet, formerly known as the mentor lunches because it was confusing.
I said that.
Sorry. So they are, we have tickets on sale for those. That's the only thing that costs money at the rally.
Which we don't make a profit. The hotel
Exactly.
needs the money to pay for the food.
Yeah, because you're just paying for a very nice meal, cheerfully served to you.
Cheerfully.
Yes.
It's actually good hotel chicken. And
Yeah, it
do you
is.
know 30% of the people who signed up are in fact signing up for the vegetarian or vegan lunches this year?
Awesome.
I was shocked.
Oh,
I would have
wow.
thought it would have been like 5%, but it's a huge number
really
of people.
growing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't worry, the vegetarian is vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, obviously, since it's vegan.
Kosher, halal, every kind
I don't
of-
know about that.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
Definitely
probably,
not kosher.
but you never know.
No,
No.
not kosher.
Yeah, but so basically, I mean, we have those tickets on sale. You can get them through your hosting site, the same place that you went to sign up for the rally. But we can also go to the taxi.com/rally and click on the link there. There's a link to where you can buy them there. So I just have my one tip for the mentor lunch from my going on 10 years of rally going, is to, make sure you get in line for the mentor lunch early. So that way you have a good choice of seat because you want to sit next to the mentor so you can hear them.
Let's address that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does get noisy because everybody's talking over everybody. There's really no way to fix it other than like having 150 people in the room instead of 300. Anything more than 10 people, it gets noisy. So the bottom line is, Bria's right. Sit next to the mentor so you can actually hear them. And you may have to do some of this. We've actually had a couple of mentors over the years that bring little megaphones with them,
Yeah,
which is
Liz
quite
Red
funny.
Wing does that because she has a very quiet voice.
Did you ever see the Soft Talkers on Saturday Night Live? She's that quiet.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But yeah, so my tip is always to sit next to the mentor because you'll get the most contact with them. Even if they're really nice, they'll talk to everyone at the table, but obviously it'll be easier to hear them. But you'll know that it's their seat because there's no food at it. So yeah, because they don't get to eat. No, we feed them. We feed them.
We do.
Don't worry.
We feed the mentors before they sit down. Unfortunately, we have to feed them like Subway because we can't give them the full-on multi-course meal because how would they schlep it from table to table?
Yeah.
Is there any truth to the fact that Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby will be mentoring this year?
As far as I know, Bill Cosby is in jail right now, so there's
right.
no way.
And Harvey Weinstein's on his way, so sorry, dudes. You're not.
No, that's not happening, so no need to worry.
Right. It'll be a pervert-free...
Oh my gosh.
Are you mentoring, Chuck? Anyway, moving on.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, so also there's a ton of classes. That's really useful. I mean, the panels are amazing, and if you don't have a class to go to, you should definitely go to a panel. And
let's talk about, I'm looking at her notes. Let's talk about the kinds of classes that are offered.
yeah. Oh, you want me to talk about it?
You made the notes.
I did make the notes. So
I'm like serving them up. You got to hit them.
The great thing is, I mean, we have classes for pretty much everyone. So it ranges. I mean, there's amazing songwriting classes, production, the business side of things, just about like music licensing, even marketing and like social media classes, performance classes, even web design with like Bandzoogle and stuff. So
You love Bandzoogle.
I love Bandzoogle.
I do too.
Yeah.
I have a Bandzoogle site, and I was very honored because I was on their
Oh, really?
Pamphlets for the rally for a few years, which is
Wow.
great. Yeah, but yeah, I love Bandzoogle. They're great to work with. Small plug. I'm not getting paid.
Right. And frankly, Dave Cool, his real last name is Cool, is one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet. He's such a giver. That guy, seriously, if you needed to hang out with him till like 10 o'clock at night, with him stepping you through, you could do this to make your website better, do that. The software is stupidly simple to use. Like literally, if you've never done a website, you could build a website with Bandzoogle.
Oh,
I did mine in that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The new one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I thought, I can never do that. And my friend Frank showed me.
Oh, it's so easy.
And I was like, oh, wow, I can do this. This is so, I can make changes, add
it's really-
composers, add tracks, anything.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I
really
just looked at his website yesterday. It's
customizable.
very impressive.
Yeah, well, it's just so easy for someone, and it's perfect for musicians because a lot of the sites like Squarespace or whatever, it's not really geared towards musicians. So yeah, little mini Bandzoogle plug in the middle of our rally.
Well,
thing.
it's all from the heart, you know.
It is. They didn't pay me to say that, so.
Or me.
Yeah.
Or me.
But yeah, tips for that. I mean, be on time and get a good seat because some of the classes will fill up.
A lot of the classes fill up, and then we have like 50 people in the doorway going, I can't believe I can't get in. Well, just show up on time,
Show up
sucker.
on time, yeah, because that's the thing, and don't sleep in, and
And don't
miss it.
stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning drinking on the helipad on the roof of the hotel. Chuck?
I missed that helipad one, but I might have been drinking till 4 in the morning, but I didn't find that helipad party.
But but the classes are great, especially, I mean, that's the thing, especially if you're new to songwriting. When I first came to the rally, I was 14 years old. I thought I was the greatest songwriter in the history of the earth, and then I learned very quickly that I was not.
Heartbreaking.
But the classes that I went to there, there's so many that are really good for just like learning structure and you know, how to make sure things are interesting and stuff. It's just like so useful, even if you think like you are, you know, pretty good at songwriting. I mean, there's ways to get so much better at it. And those classes are really, really useful for that, kind of delving deep into that.
Let's talk about the fact that this year, Angel on our staff had a really good idea. We have added classes at night. Internally, we call it night school. Because, you know, daytime's driver's ed, nighttime's night school. So there are a handful of classes that will be happening at night. I believe they start at 6:30 and go till 8 p.m.
I think you're right, yeah.
And the reason that we're doing that is so many people for so many years have said, oh my gosh, I can't go to the class I want to go to, and I can't be in the panel I want to go to. So we spread the classes out a little bit this year, and we offer night classes. So there you go. Night court. Hopefully nobody hopefully nobody will need that.
Yeah.
Were you going to say something? No?
Oh, I'm just laughing.
No, he's laughing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You thought something was funny on the show?
Oh my gosh.
I love Chuck. We have so much fun together. Okay, let's talk about the song career and production bar sessions, which are also at night.
Yeah, so never fear for guests that are coming that are like, oh, I want to get a, you know, do a one-to-one mentor, but I can't because that's only for members. So
they can go to the song career production bar thing at night, which is essentially like a one-to-one.
Yeah, it is. So those are first come, first serve, and basically you just, you know, line up and you get 15 minutes, I think, again,
you do.
With these people, and there's for songs, so like songwriting, a songwriting guru,
right,
and then a like career person guru. So it could be like a social media person or like
a music attorney. You want 15 minutes with a music attorney without paying for it? Come to the Road Rally. When is it? November 1st through November 4th. Where is it? Los Angeles, California.
There you go. And then production. So like, you know, a producer, engineer, someone like that. But they're really useful, and people really like them. They fill up really quick. So make sure if you want to get in on one of those and you didn't have a chance to get a one-to-one mentor, those are great because they're first come, first serve. You just line up and, you know, you fill out.
Do they give away free drinks?
No.
No? Okay. Well, because I walk by and see these really long lines, and I know that generally speaking, people only make really long lines for free food or free drinks.
It's for free mentoring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Free being the operative word.
The other thing, yeah. So other than that, we also do have, because people are asking, you know, about listening sessions, I think, for like film and TV. So we do have also listening and feedback sessions, which are going to be in that same, like, later time slot, so 6:30 to 8, correct?
No, not all of them.
Not all of them?
No, I don't believe they are.
Then never mind.
Hang on. Yeah, let's not. I could be wrong or you could be wrong, but I can tell you one thing: we're both not right.
Okay, well there you go. But yeah,
listening and feedback sessions.
He's got the whole schedule just laid out on the couch across from us.
Yeah, I've got many iterations of the schedule laid out, and I have. There's like 32 pages of stuff that Angel put together yesterday, and I re-edited today. And this says old as of 10/8/18. So yeah, there's a newer version. But Pop and Urban will be Friday, November 2nd from 6:30 to 8. You could have been right about that one.
Two of them are.
Two of them what?
Or at that spot.
Well, yeah, but don't get ahead of them, you know. Anyway, Saturday, November 3rd, we've got one from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Then Sunday, this is where it gets different. This is where I prove Briagha wrong because they're not all at night. Sunday, November 4th, from 10:45 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. And then Sunday, November 4th, 1:45 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. What these are specifically designed for is we realized we'd gotten so film and TV heavy in the Grand Ballroom. But it was frustrating. About 4 or 5 years ago, I noticed that fewer and fewer people were showing up for the panels where we had A&R people from labels and songwriting experts, producers, whatever, on listening panels, and the ballroom was like half empty. So what we did was we moved these and made them specifically for label, song, and artist pitch type stuff. put them in a ballroom that holds 500 people upstairs. And so now we've got Friday, we've got pop and urban going on from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Saturday, we've got rock and singer-songwriter going on from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Sunday, we've got country and Christian going on from 10:45 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. And then Sunday from 1:45 to 3:15, we've got jazz and EDM. So for those of you who would be interested in getting feedback from a record label perspective, a songwriting perspective, a producer, publisher's perspective versus film and TV specific feedback, this stuff is not about film and TV, and it happens in the ballroom on the second floor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And if you want to hang out with me, you can come to those because I'm going to be hosting them this year. So.
Yes. Also noteworthy, the person who hosted them last year, we actually had some complaints that he wasn't picking stuff as across the board as he should have been, maybe. I wasn't in there, so I don't know. The bottom line is we have a new system this year where you will be handed a ticket like you would use at a carnival. And you will, there's like two of them with matching numbers. So one goes into a box, one goes into your left hand, only in your left hand. And then Briagha will say, pick a ticket out of a box and go, ticket number 0024. And you go, here I am. And then you bring up your CD and she will play your CD for the panelists.
Yeah, so it's more random. It's going to be a lot easier to make sure that it is random and that nobody's getting picked because they have a big, like a larger case or something like that,
Fluorescent. I've noticed that things with fluorescent pink CD cases get picked all the time.
Yeah, when I did one of them, I tried to just like go like this, but it's hard, especially if people's and CDs are big and weird to choose randomly.
And some people will put like 5 CDs in a box to up their chances. Those people, very, very bad, do not come to the Road.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'm not going to give you more than one ticket.
So that's right. No matter how much you pay her. All right, let's talk about we talked about that.
And yes, Peter, those are CD friendly. And I think we should be able to, this might be, up in the air, but we might be able to use, I'm assuming we can probably do phones too there because they'll have an aux cord.
They will have an aux cord, but, you're going to have to remind them to have the aux cord there, but also I know they've got one up there because at the open mics,
for tracks.
People have gotten up and played tracks off their phones, what have you. But again, this is not a dongle-free zone. You got to bring your dongle, okay?
Yeah, we're not responsible for
dongles.
Yes.
Who was it that came up with the word dongle?
I think it's a very funny word.
And it is. And why did they choose dongle? Okay. Want to talk about what to bring?
What to bring. So some people call us and ask, what do I bring? Do I need to bring CDs?
Do they do it in that voice?
Yes.
That must be horrifying.
Some do. And what do I need to bring? Do I need to bring business cards? How do I need to dress? Do I need to wear a suit? I get these questions. So
just a hoodie, T-shirt, and jeans, you're good.
Yeah, attire, wear whatever you want, as long as you are decent, we don't care.
Right.
Just follow normal laws.
No flesh showing anywhere.
No flesh?
Gloves. Wear gloves.
Okay. Business cards are great. Definitely bring your business cards. Great idea. Have a link to where I guess people could go.
This is, I noticed the next thing on your list is CDs. And I'm conflicted on this because people go, CDs, they're so old school. It makes me look old school. Well, that's true. But if you give somebody your music on a flash drive, there's a pretty good chance that they're just going to wipe the flash drive and use it for personal stuff after the rally. It happens because flash drives are reusable. CDs are not.
And I always have a CD player in my room, and I get CDs from members and take up there and listen. So
there you go.
CDs are good too.
It depends. I think that the best thing is to be like, ask them, like, do you like CDs? Should I give you a link? Like, what's best for you?
Actually, that's a great idea. Having a link, a very short, easy to type in link on your business card is a really good idea. Thumb drives are a little dangerous because you don't know that somebody might not have a virus on there, not by
Yeah.
intent, but and now for like a music supervisor, your whole life lives on your phone and your laptop, and you plug in a thumb drive and get a virus on that shiz and you're in big trouble. So I'm always skeptical when I get thumb drives from people. I plug them in an old laptop that I don't use anymore and see what's on there before I actually check them out fully. EPKs, how should they deliver those babies? And that stands for electronic press kit.
That was just people questioning, should they bring a press kit? Stuff like that.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you really need a press kit because unless you're trying to book a gig.
Or get a label deal.
So, I mean, having that stuff on hand, I mean, obviously having a page on your website or something that's like a press kit's good because you can send people links to that. If you're trying to, get some traction or whatever that way. But yeah, that's my thought on that. What do you think?
I think that what people want to know, if you're an artist trying to get a record deal and you walk up to an A&R person from a label, they really want to know a couple of things. First of all, the music matters a lot. Second of all, got to look the part. It's not a matter of how attractive you are on a scale of 1 to 10, but you got to look the part. If you're doing electro pop, you better look like an electro pop artist, not like you're doing country. So an EPK serves that purpose to reinforce those things. More importantly than anything anymore, when they're looking for artists, they're looking for your social footprint. Do you have a gazillion followers? If you had 1 million hits on a YouTube video, how are you doing on Spotify? Those are things that matter. It's the new currency in the music industry, so you got to roll with that. I will say that it seems that more and more people in the industry are concerned about that stuff maybe than even the music, because they feel like they can plug you into the great producer that's going to build awesome tracks and then find a great top liner. So it's kind of like Frankenstein together. So I'm a little disheartened and conflicted because I'm old school. Give me 3 hit songs and an artist that looks the part. More importantly, an artist that looks the part with 3 hit songs and wants to work their butt off. So if you can convey the work your butt off part to somebody at a label, that's what they want to see. They want you to be as committed to doing the work as you expect them to be. So if you can convey that in a verbal conversation over a beer at the bar, that's a good thing. Don't oversell it, though.
Yeah, for sure. And someone was asking how many songs they should put on CDs.
Depends who you're handing it to. Chuck, what's your experience from the composer side in the days when you actually had to give out your music? Do you put 20 on there? Look, I can do everything in every possible genre, or did you have 2 or 3 from a genre on one CD, 2 or 3 from another genre, another CD? Got any advice on that?
I've seen everything. I would say anywhere between 3 and 10 is good.
How about the mix of genres? Do you stick with 1 or 2, or do you go wide?
No, you can go not too wide, but maybe 3 or 4 of your best top genres. Put those on there.
Right.
But yeah, no more than 10. That's kind of pushing it.
I'm convinced the worst thing you can say to an industry pro is, I'm looking for a prop. I don't have. Can I have that CD over there, please?
Here you go.
Steve Archdeacon, ladies and gentlemen. Worst thing you can do is hand a CD to somebody and say, this is my old stuff and it's not my best work. My new stuff is coming out in 30 days.
Last one is, you can never have an excuse. Don't say, here's our CD. 2 of the songs aren't mastered yet, and we're getting a new bass player. We're still working on track 5, but
I'm moving, and I haven't put my studio back together yet.
Wait till everything's perfect and say, here's my CD. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
And it's even better if you can get them to ask you for it. Walk up to somebody and say, you were awesome on that panel. I loved what you said about blah, blah, blah. And people do like to speak about themselves and say, how did you get in the industry? That is the greatest pickup line ever. How did you get your start in the industry, Mr. Music Library owner, Mr. or Mrs. Music supervisor? And inevitably they will ask you, so what kind of music do you make? Well, I'm so glad you asked. There you go. And then don't follow it up with, it's not my best work. The new stuff is going to be much better. I'm getting a new console.
Then don't give it out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And what do you think? Do you think that, like, on a CD, if you had 8 songs, should you front load your best
Yes.
Yeah.
beginning?
Absolutely. Some people are of the mind that you should put the best stuff at the end because you want to leave them wanting more.
Nope.
No, they're never going to get to
They
the
won't
end.
get to it.
Right.
Yeah. In auditions, yeah, maybe if you're like an established artist, you can kind of pepper it. But for an audition stage, which is kind of in a way, you always want to front load your best stuff
Absolutely.
because you want to grab their attention.
And it's funny, sometimes when people pick what they think is their best stuff, they're not the best judge of that. So you might want to get some outside opinions. Use the Taxi Forum at forums.taxi.com and put 5-year things up there in peer-to-peer and say, I'm putting together a compilation for the Road Rally. What order would you put these in? And see if you can get some consensus. Why not use some pretty expert ears of your peers? Don't ask your mom. Okay, just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know your mom, but just saying.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything. I don't know.
Do these guys have any
Oh, yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
Because we still have 3 minutes.
Few minutes.
Here's an idea. Create a SoundCloud playlist of your potential rally CD. That's a good idea. Okay. Deep Purple didn't think Smoke on the Water was a very good song.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. If you're someone that is like playing live, whatever songs people have the most reaction to that they like, that you can tell those are probably your best songs too.
We love Briagha.
Oh, wow.
So do we. Yeah. She still works here.
Okay. We'll see. I guess we answered all of the questions.
Either that or the little squirrels that turn the thing for the internet are sleeping. I can't read that so far away. YouTube video would be good, I bet. For what, James? Open mic collaborations, anyone? Oh, let's talk about the open mic. Oh, question.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, I forgot to mention the open
you
mic.
talk about the open mics. I'll try and remember this question.
So the open mics, I forgot to mention that. There's open mics on Thursday, so the first night, Friday, and Saturday night. There's 2 open mics, 2 different rooms. So there's one in the ballroom upstairs, and then one in the theater. So they're a little bit of a different vibe, but both really fun, great hosts. So basically, you get to sign up for a slot. It's first come, first serve, so we do it in that order. And then you get to play a song. And the great thing about the open mics is that it's really supportive. Everyone there is, a songwriter too. So it's like the best place and most like comforting place to play your music because everyone's going to be really nice and support you. And I know usually we've done some raffles in the past too there. I'm not sure if we're planning on doing that.
We're going to be giving some stuff away.
Which are great. So even if you're not planning on playing, you can come and maybe win something, which is great. Another thing is that it's a great place to find collaborators. So if you're not performing, but I want to find a good vocalist, go to the open mic. You might hear someone that's really good that you could work with. They can cut vocals for you, stuff like that. I know whenever I would play the open mics, I would get approached by a few people being like, hey, I really like, your voice. Do you ever do like track work and stuff? So it's like a really great way to find collaborators too. You wouldn't think so, but it really is.
Okay, I've seen several people ask this question. I'm not sure if they're asking because they're proud of the fact that they've got everything that they've done signed already, or if they really don't know the answer. The question is, and I've seen this at least 3 times now in the last 2 minutes, should I bring a compilation or a CD with a bunch of material because all my material's been signed to libraries? The answer is no. No. Because if you think that you hand the stuff to a music supervisor, or even more importantly, a music library owner, and you think that a week later when they listen to it that they're going to remember it, the stuff was already signed, they're not. Then they're going to send you an email or pick up the phone and call you and say, I love the third track on this. And you go, oh, sorry, that's already signed. It makes you look like a bit of a rookie. So you got 3.5 weeks, okay? 3.5 weeks to create some new stuff. Come up with 5 new tracks. Duh. That way you can give it to people and say, here's some new stuff I created just before the road rally, and it is yet, as of yet, unsigned. They will like that much better. And somebody else had a question that I couldn't get.
Which one?
Gloria, and
Is the Song Career Production Bar CD friendly?
Yes. I believe that they have.
Yeah, we can make it CD friendly.
Better tell Angel.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah. And then other than that too, I mean, just put yourself out there. Don't just go to your room and then go to classes and then just stay in your room. Like, networks, hang out in the bar.
One of the best parts of the rally is networking and meeting people and finding collaborators.
So Chuck.
Yes.
Some people come to the rally just because they're going to get discovered. And the rally is life-changing. People are not exaggerating that when they say it. Mm-hmm. But do you think it's cool to show up and walk into the bar and go, hey, I saw you on a panel. Here's my CD?
No, you can't be pushy. You have to do it with aplomb.
Can you do it with a peach or like a tangerine?
Oh my god.
Maybe a tangerine?
He's on a roll today.
That's why you get
This
low
is what
blood
I
sugar.
have to deal with every day.
No, I am a little more serious, actually a little more intense. But, low blood sugar, I'm goofy, I will admit it. Not to mention, I actually had 1.5 of those bad boys today.
No.
Woohoo! No vodka in there. I don't really drink much, but I do loves my sugar. Actually, this rock star is sugar-free.
But yeah, I mean, as always in any situation, and people always will ask me too, how do I approach industry people? And I'm like, they're people, so how would you like to be approached,
Walk up to them and say, I've got 8x10 color glossies of you and your girlfriend. Would you like my CD? And they will probably say, no. But would you like to meet me in the parking lot for a cigarette? Don't go. No, just... You know what? Again, I can't stress this enough. Walk up and pay them a sincere compliment. Mm-hmm. You were great on that panel. What you said about metadata was enlightening to me. I really didn't know much about it. By the way, how did you get into the industry? They're going to be like 100 different industry people are going to call me on Monday after the rally. Go, it was fascinating how many people wanted to know how I got into the industry. But I'm telling you, best pickup line ever.
Yeah. Yeah, and Paul is right. Be nice to everyone. Don't think you're better than anyone else, obviously.
And one thing you talked about, have your elevator spiel down, because if you get an elevator and this one that you've been wanting to talk to for a long time or meet, they're there. That's your 15 seconds, whatever, from the 7th floor to lobby. So you better have it prepared and ready to.
You literally can run into people in the elevator. Mm-hmm. We had a taxi member a few years ago. Did you just say for sure?
Yes.
For sure.
How long have you lived here?
3 years.
Okay, that's how long it takes before you start going, for sure. Oh, man.
Now you forgot what you were going to say because you were making fun of
the
me.
Elevator speech. Seriously, don't talk about the fact that you were in Mrs. McGillicuddy's 8th grade choir class and you were they don't care. All they care about is how can I make money with you? And it doesn't mean that they're evil, but come on, even a pizza, Jimmy Carvalho, do you not want people to talk about your pizzas, right? Not about where you went to grade school? Mm-hmm. Something like that. The bottom line is they want to know what kind of music you make, and please, dear God, don't say, I do rock, I do pop, I do country, I do Christian, I do jazz, I do it all. Nobody in the industry buys the versatility thing. Nobody. If you walk up to somebody and say, I do all those genres, I mean, even Chuck wouldn't do that, and he probably does do all those genres, because it tells them, it's like you're a little desperate, and they know better. Nobody's great at that many genres. So find out the things that you're really, truly good at And if they say to you, what kind of music do you do? Say, instrumental pop is my forte, but I also do a little singer-songwriter.
And also, have confidence. I was telling you this earlier. So many people that I've asked are like, what do you do? And they're like, pop, singer-songwriter. That doesn't show me any type of confidence.
You don't look. People think that they're looking humble, but you don't look humble. You
don't know what you're actually
like
doing.
you don't know what
it's
you're
a
doing.
Hobby, so it's like, okay, well, they probably don't know.
Yeah, be confident in what you're good at,
and be honest. You know what? Don't try and be all things to all people. And if somebody says, "So do you do it full time?" Don't lie about it. Don't fake it, and say, my goal is to ultimately do it full time. But right now, every night of the week, I come home from work and I really dig in and do this stuff. I try and spend a good chunk of time on weekends. Be honest. They can tell when you're lying.
Yeah.
They're going to have little lie detectors. There's a lie detector app for your phone. So if somebody in the industry holds their phone out and says, put your finger on that, watch it.
Okay. Well, I think we should probably wrap it up here.
Fine line between humble and arrogant. Oh, there's so many things I want to say about that. Anyway, yes, we gave away the thing. We talked about the road rally. We played Chuck's excellent music, which I got to say, man, lush. Oh, man. That's the word that I'm walking away with for today. Lush. The layers on that stuff, and yet it wasn't so busy that, everything was just a little salt, a little pepper, a little soy sauce, a little squeeze of lime.
Again, with a plum.
A plum, that's right. Plum sauce, baby, plum. With that, we will bid you adieu until next week. And next week we have Ronan Chris Murphy on the show talking about faders and equalizers and compressors and stuff like that. So that ought to be good. Bria, would you hold the band for me, please?
Yes, I can hold the band for you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's class. It was very, very good. We will see you next week for another exciting episode of Taxi TV Live. Bye, you guys. Thank you again, Chuck. Always good to have you.